What's going on? We back in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is, man. You know, talking some Danny Garcia did an interview. Shout out to the homie B More Wood. I seen it on his channel at first. And I see he got a little schism going on with the LDBC. Um, hey, handle your business. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. But I would just, urge guys to do their research for you fuck with guys like them that know they research. What's going on, Angel Santos? It's the homie right there. What's going on, Tim B? Um, yeah, Danny Garcia is committed to fighting Errol Spence. So, what? Gone. I don't care. Bye. Oh, all right. That's good for her. No, leave your mom alone. Gone. Leave her alone. No fucking shit. If I just said leave her alone, god damn, motherfuckers are stupid, dog. Even the kids, man. Like, god damn. If I say leave her alone, what the fuck that mean? Leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me cussed out too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you got Danny finally committing to facing Errol Spence and shit. Errol Spence been calling him out for a whole fucking calendar year. And now all of a sudden, it's a lot going on, man. Give me 1 minute, man. I'll get this damn dog. I'm about to possibly take this nigga for a walk. He crying and shit over here. Other side of my basement, excuse me. What's the 411, bro? What's the 411? 1 minute, y'all. Don't lick me, because I don't want to save you. So basically, he finally rebutted. I don't know if Al Heyman, if Al Heyman forced him to have to fight Errol Spence because Triple H 1200 punch quotes. Go on, man. Come on. Taking a crybaby out for a walk. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, but come on. God damn. And then as soon as I walk out the door, the jump out boys right up the street. Ain't that a bitch? Now they didn't slow down. Can't stand 5-0. Nigga across the street look like he about to run and shit. but yeah. Come on, you don't control this. So I ain't moving nowhere. But yeah. But now Danny feel comfortable. I'm gonna go to a solid place. He gonna just sit outside his car. But not Danny. Danny feels comfortable enough. There we go. This gonna have to work. Not Danny feel comfortable enough to come out and say it now. Now in Danny Garcia's defense, real quick. In Danny Garcia's defense, Danny Garcia, he did say that last year he told Al Heyman that he beat Keith Thurman up. Well, as he got beat up by Keith Thurman, his story is definitely different. He says he's the reason why Keith Thurman is retiring because he broke his arm. Bullshit. But the reason why he said last year that he didn't answer no call outs, what's going on, is because what the fuck he say? It's because that he retired basically. He took time off after the Errol Spence situation. If you don't get off my car, get off. Dumbass dog. But he said he told Al that he was gonna take time off. He had been in a lot of grueling fights. He was tired. He needed time off, and Al Heyman agreed, and he shut it down last year. But at the same time, if that's the story, remember when Sean Porter did the Macho Man Randy Savage little thing, and he told him, he like, you know what? Let's do it. And then Danny Garcia said on Instagram, send the paperwork. I'm ready. And then he never oh yeah, he loved the camera. But he never responded after Sean Porter said send the paperwork. So I don't know what to believe. I just know he didn't fight, until the Brandon Rios fight in February. And, I don't care, man. You don't deserve no tune-up. Rao Salka, after the Matisse fight, I feel that Danny wasn't the same fighter. Neither was Matisse, but that's nor here nor there. But last night he said, after he beat Errol Spence, and ain't shit else to do. He didn't sound interested in Jesse Vargas. Adrian Broner. He said, or he's already dismissed fighting Terrence Crawford, and that's the guy that he said, "Oh, I beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs." You know, he said that. He said, "I beat Terrence Crawford, but they lost. They lost the second fight with Terrence Crawford." You remember that he says that Angel Garcia said it's really not a loss because in the amateurs they call it runner up. They call it runner up. Get down. He just gonna be in the camera, so you know he better not scratch my car. But yeah, he says, you know, it's a runner up. We never really, you lost to Terrence Crawford. They split. As far as other than that, you know, not now he don't want to fight Terrence Crawford. He's non-committal about fighting Terrence Crawford. So it's like, you know, he want to fight Errol Spence and move to 154. That was his comment. 154 pounds. I don't see Danny Garcia being effective at 154 pounds. That's just my opinion, real talk. Do you see him being effective with Jamil Charlo, but with Jared Swift, her, shit, even Saddam Ali? I'm not even sure that he would beat Saddam Ali. Yeah. He just mad because he tied up right now. I could just easily tie him to the door and he'll be way limited to the space that he don't want to be in. You know, he don't want to sit on the porch. He just want to cry. But yeah, he is. You know, he learned sitting like a day, not even a day, like a few hours. He's a puppy and shit. But yeah, now Danny want to be committed to fight Errol Spence. That sound like that Al Heyman told him, like, after this, you know, y'all gonna have to fight Errol Spence, you know. And, you know, he did the same thing allegedly with Triple H 1200. I don't know if he's right on here right now. He said that Adrian Broner had another choice but to fight Danny Garcia. I mean, to fight Sean Porter. So that it wasn't no other choices around that for Adrian Broner. And for Danny Garcia, it seems like, you know, for in the beginning, you know, in the beginning, he about to get fucked up. Just give me a minute. Sit down. In the beginning, he was like, you know, Errol Spence was calling him out. They was at the same shows together. You know, he was talking shit, and Danny wouldn't even answer the knock at the door. Danny wouldn't say nothing about Errol Spence. You know, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't mention his name. He wouldn't mention his middle name. He wouldn't mention his conditioning coach. He wouldn't mention Derek James. Angel Garcia wouldn't say shit about the situation. They wouldn't say nothing. All of a sudden, you know, you in Philadelphia at a fight, you at the Showbox fight, which Joshua Greer, I believe, stole the show, and Devin Haney did his thing last night. You feel me? All of a sudden, you change the script out of nowhere. You know, you change the script. You saying that, what up, Mike Big? I'm about to beat this dog ass. So if Peter watching this, get down. Here, you want to get in? Come on. Don't you jump on me, though. Here, hold on one, y'all. Come on, All right, shit, we back. I apologize. Because I got a 2-year-old, my daughter babysitting, and a lot of shit going on. He acting stupid. So I can't let him in the house loose. He wake up the baby. But yeah, it's fine. It's funny how they changed they tune, you know. Real quick, you know, after I fight Errol Spence, there's nothing else to do with the division. You know, it is. I mean, you became undisputed at 140 pounds. So why they ain't the goal here? You know, I told you Danny Garcia lost his hunger a long time ago. Yeah. You know, it's not gonna be man down. It's gonna be man down Errol Spence. It's gonna be man down Errol Spence. I'm like, all right, you feeling good? You know, you in Philly. All of a sudden, you on wax now. You know, for young guys that don't know what wax mean. I mean, you on record. You know, you on wax saying that you want to fight this guy. You're not concerned with Danny Garcia. You're not concerned with Jesse Vargas. You said Keith Thurman, that fight might not happen two or 3 years down the line. That's how injured they say he may be. Or that's what they hearing. So other than that, you're already a non-committal fighting Terrence Crawford. So now you feeling big and bad. You feeling good now that you don't have no other option but to fight Errol Spence. You know, no other options for him but to fight Errol Spence. Now that's what it sounds like. Because he's evaded those call-outs before. In interviews, he's asked probably interviews not to ask about it, or he danced around it, or Angel danced around it. Now Al Heyman is telling him, like, look here, man. Errol Spence is probably getting offers from Eddie Hearn, Top Rank, and by the day, it looks better to go to Top Rank and just do the fight with Terrence Crawford. To be real, it gotta look more attractive. And Al probably sat down Danny and Sean and say, look here, man. The winner of this fight, Keith Thurman is out the picture. The winner of this fight gonna have to fight Errol Spence and unify. Because I can't keep holding this young man's career back. Y'all got to do what y'all got to do. If y'all win, y'all win. If y'all lose, y'all lose. I'm gonna pay you a couple extra $100,000, to go ahead and fight this guy. He gonna upcharge the opponent. And we gonna see what Sean Porter says about it when the fight articulates a little bit more. When the fight gets signed, you got the press conference and all that, the opening press conference. We gonna see what he say. And what's so funny about it, 9 times out of 10, Danny Garcia might be committal to it, or it's Al Heyman that's making them like, you gotta fight him. And I can see Al doing that. Like, you know what? This is just the option. This is for the better good of Showtime and Pure Boxing Champions. Let's do it. But then again, Sean Porter might pull a whole ass move and like he might win that title and move back up to 54 because y'all know he came from 54 and dropped back down. He's already said, I can't envision myself retiring until I fight Errol Spence, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to make 154 pounds. So what do that sound like? That sound like some malarkey, some bull sniff. That's exactly what that sound like. That sound like some motherfucking bullshit. Those were quotes of him saying this last year. So, I like Danny feeling good in Philly, because you can't be in Philly acting like no punk. So whoever, that Fight Hype interview, whoever, made that interview, they caught him at the right time in the right place in Philly. Because if he goes here in front of all them Philly people that's in the concourse, the concourse where you walking around the arena at, and just try to duck an Errol Spence question, man, they're not going to let him out that arena without answering that question. So he had to answer the question. If you ain't hit the like button, if you ain't subscribed, man, I'm telling you, we do some great work here. I'm going to get to the Q&A section in a minute, but, what our luck is, it'll be Sean Porter that beat Danny Garcia and then ducks away from Errol Spence. And I'm not mad at the fact that they don't want to fight him. I understand it's business, but at the end of the day, you fighting Brandon Rios, you fighting Adrian Granados, you fighting Andre Berto. You're not fighting like Terrence Crawford. And both of them, it sound like duck Lamont Peterson. You're not fighting Lamont Peterson. You're not trying to fight Ugis. You're not trying to fight no other top competition. What they've done is wait for Keith Thurman. They look kind of fell through for him where Keith Thurman was injured. So he's out for a minute. What up, Mr. Boxing Today? I've seen you. Seen you with your live stream today. I seen you on there with Blood. Was it Blood you was on there with or I think you was on there with Blood. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long morning. But yeah, shout out to my homie Mr. Boxing Today, man. Dude do great work. He's an expert heavyweight. His brain goes back to Larry Holmes quitting in the amateurs, which I didn't even know, So, my if you love heavyweight boxing from 2009 to AD or BC 800, he got you, bro. He's a heavyweight extraordinaire, bro. And I met him on with the Fanon stream, and I've been rocking with him ever since. So the network that you can do on YouTube is amazing, dude. But as far as Errol, it's a fact that he playing his hand. He playing his hand. Like, you know what, Errol? Bob said he can make the Terrence Crawford fight happen for me. He can. My dog is looking at a cardinal right now, cardinal bird. And his nigga love to chase birds. And he tied up. And it look like the bird is just, I wish I could put the camera on it. The bird is just mocking him in his head. He wants to go eat that bird. I could tell. I could just look at his position. Don't do it, sir. You're not going to catch that bird. If a bird is, he losing the bird right down the street, he going to chase it. He ain't going to never catch it. But, hey, that's his fantasy, though. But, yeah, with Errol, I think Errol put pressure on Al. Like, look here, man. I got the fight in Dallas. Thank you for that. But I need that other belt. I need the other belt, Al Heyman. I need a big fight. Thank you for paying me $3.5 to fight Lamont Peterson. And thank you for overpaying me versus other fighters. I appreciate it. but the money doesn't equal up to the legacy that I need to have. With the legacy and me beating the shit out of winner Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, or Keith Thurman, whoever that is who holds the WBC, that's okay. You know, yeah, when he get older, he'll do it. But that's okay. But right now, I need it. I need that fight. I need that belt. You know, and what's so important about the belt for him is, it's funny how people can say like, hey, look at Canelo, man. You know, he didn't have to enter the VADA drugs program. You know, he's not fighting, so why do you have to enter it? But it's the same people that turn around and say, well, Errol Spence ain't entered the WC VADA drug testing program. Neither Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker missed the whole appointment, you know, and he's on the WC VADA shit list. That's why he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder, because he missed that drug test. He said he was supposed to be one place and he wasn't there. A lot of people don't know that. That's why the Deontay Wilder thing ain't happened. Thurman body double for Bro Thurston Harmony music. He making his ends regardless. Yeah, he looked like one of them fools, but that's what happened with the Joseph. It's a lot of fighters, but all right, I respect it if you going for the IBF, you come IBF. Why do I need to, you know, be enrolled and pay more money for the VADA WBC test to win? If they give me a shot at Keith Thurman, I don't have to, you know, I'm gonna jump in the test. And now, or WBC title holder at this point, whoever holds the WBC title, say it's Danny or Sean that wins the title, and they were like, okay, we want to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence said, I don't want to enter the VADA drug testing program at that point. Then that's suspicious. That's very suspicious in my opinion. You know, so then I'm like, yeah, that nigga juicing. I can't call it either way. So Spence holds the title, you know, until he fights for the WBC and they do right by him, then he'll jump in. But Canelo, I mean, the WBC just defending you through the whole situation. Now we segueing into Canelo talk. The WBC defended you, had your back. Not only have they bent and broken the rules for you by giving you your first title at a catchwork versus Matthew Haddon, who's virtually ain't did shit in his career since or after fighting Canelo Alvarez, also sanctioning you to fight Josito Lopez, also sanctioning you to fight for the middleweight title at 155 pounds versus Amir Khan. The WBC, we beat crooks, world best champions, whatever you sit at, they've done a lot for Canelo Alvarez. So for him not to jump back in that VADA drug testing program, that's tough. That speaks volumes. That's guilty. You should be trying to prove your innocence. You done went back to Mexico, and Lord knows who's doing what. You done convinced the Nevada State Athletic Commission to let you off a 6-month suspension, whatever it is. I think it's a 6-month suspension with no drug testing and no money being sent to Nevada for fucking up a contest that generates millions and millions for the city. That sounds like bullshit to me. Come on, man. Let's talk that real shit now. Don't jump off now. We talking about the Canelo shit. There's no way that a guy is, what up, Christopher? Mano? Yeah, Mano. Yeah, everything about Canelo. Yeah, suspect. He ain't doing himself no favors, dog, at all. He's not doing himself any favors. He's not. I mean, you know, if you dirty, you know, I'm ready to get into drug testing. You know, if it was the meat, I want to prove it was the meat. Take my blood and urine every day of the week if you want to. Because especially if he come down to money, he don't want to pay the money for the random drug test. All right, you know, you pay the fine money, and the fine money gonna go, some of it gonna go to charity, and then the other one is gonna go to your random drug test until to the end of the year. You feel me? If that's the issue, you put the fine money is going towards your drug test, and the rest is going towards charity until the end of the year. It's as simple as that. If you innocent, you gonna go to the end of the mountain or to the ledge to prove your innocence. You know, you're going to prove your innocence, you know, you're going to go a naked mile to prove your innocence, period. He not even trying to jump, I'll test when we sign the contract or when when the contract is signed. I mean, sometimes the contract ain't signed until the weigh-in, you know, and that's the norm for some Premier Boxing Champions fights. So, I mean, if he want to prove that he innocent, jump in the drug test. It's no better way than voluntarily jumping into the drug test. All right, they didn't give me a hard random drug test through my suspension. I'm gonna go ahead and enroll myself. I'm gonna go jump into the drug test myself to prove my innocence. You know, I'm gonna go prove this shit myself that I'm innocent and I'm clean to the fans. But you know what he doing right now, and in our minds, what he doing right now? He's juicing. He back in Mexico with his drug dealer, his PED dealer. He juicing. Here's what a lot of people don't know. Alvarez's father is actually the chef, which is why I don't believe this BS. See, I didn't know that. You know? But, like I said, but if you're going to prove your innocence, bro, go ahead and just jump into the drug test before signing the Golovkin contract. But then Golovkin hung himself, too, by saying, I don't care if he's juicing and Big Drama Show still fight him. So basically, I don't know if this fight gonna happen or not happen. I don't give a shit if it do or don't at this point. But I have been on record saying that with all this controversy, it's just gonna make the next fight bigger. You know, it's free promos, free marketing. They ain't got to go to LA and New York and do a press conference. They can do one press conference in Vegas or New York or LA or wherever they want to do, UK, Antarctica, Egypt, and by the fucking tombstones and all that shit. They can do one fucking press conference and the West is gonna manifest into great marketing. You know. This fight will be bigger than the first fight because controversy sells. So they're going to continue to pile up on the controversy. That's cool. But after a while, man, you over-serenading. You oversaturating, man. Us as hardcore boxing fans, all right, we know the story. We talk about it. We know it. But casual boxing fans, this is going to pull them in there. You know what I'm saying? Which my phone just fell out. But shit, I'm trying to answer a question. What up, Rashid, excuse me. Why try when he know he just get a slap on the wrist? I've seen guilty people try to prove innocence. Canelo just don't care. You're right. He just don't care. What's going on, Curtis Anderson? I see you in the comment section as well, too. Yeah, he don't care. Because he going to be able to get away with murder. You know? And you can get away with murder. I mean, shit. Are you going to prove that you really innocent? You know, he don't got to prove shit, man. Oscar De La Hoya, you know, like it or not, Oscar De La Hoya control the board. He been the king of Vegas before Mayweather even stepped on the scene. We all know that. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. He owns Vegas with his money and with his clout. Andre and Jamal should happen. No, Charlo's not fucking with Jamal. Fucking with Andre. Andre, you know, is gonna make a career high payday versus Jamel Charlo. At 54, he pulled out with some bullshit excuses. And ever since he pulled out that fight, he been on some bitch shit, dog. Real shit. He been on some real homo girl ass shit, man. He been acting like a real female. So, you know, a lot of people lost a lot of respect for Andrade through the years, man. He don't want to compete, you know. He don't want to compete. But I'll get into the Q&A section in a minute. But other than this Canelo shit, man, don't you want to prove that he good, that he clean? But he don't. He's above the law. You know, he's so much of a power pool in the United States. He above it. He's above it. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. He's the biggest pool in North America. If he went to the UK, he'd probably sell out too. If he went to Asia, he'd probably sell out too. He's just a marquee pool. You know, he's a marquee pool, you know. And when you got that type of pool power and Mexicans behind you, then this Mexican population that buys his pay-per-view, it poured over to Americans by fighting on Floyd undercard. You know, he just got the pool right now, man. You can't it's something that you can't buy. You can't buy the fan base that Canelo has. Who you got tonight between Lomachenko? Even if Linares win, man, Lomachenko gonna win. I did a whole prediction on that. We could talk about that. But I'm gonna go to a couple more points. We're gonna rewind real quick. Do I believe Errol Spence gonna stop Danny? Yeah. Do I get Danny a chance? I get Danny a chance. I got too much respect for just saying Danny has 0 chance versus Errol Spence. I'm going to give Danny a 20% chance. Today I gave Robert Jr. a 10% chance versus Mikey Garcia. It's just that, you know, I'm not saying that Robert Jr. don't have the skills, but I don't just think he got the camp. And I swear to God, my dog wants this bird so bad. Because he can see it, but I can't see it from where I'm sitting at. So I might just let him try to go get that shit. But, all right, let's talk about, we're going to get to Lomachenko in the fights tonight. I think Huey Fury won tonight in the 5th round stoppage. I don't know who the fuck he was fighting. Some Sexton dude. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought he should be world champion. I thought he beat Joseph Parker. I say that to the end of to my expiration day. I felt he beat Joseph Parker. But they know if he, for one, he got caught in that PED shit with Tyson, so that he had to pay his piper. And not only did he have to pay his piper, nigga, is you pissing into your motherfucking bowl? This dog is a motherfucking dummy. This nigga just pissed into his bowl because he got a specific spot he like to piss on. This nigga don't got no chill. He ain't got no chill. This shit pissing me off though. Now I can visually see him doing dumb shit. But shout out to Pete Dollars 52. Appreciate it, homie. But like I said, I give Danny a shot. Obviously, he's a skilled fighter. Nobody gave him a shot versus Matisse. I picked him. Won some big money on that. But Errol Spence is tough. Errol Spence isn't a 140 pounder. Matisse might have been a more explosive puncher. We had this debate before. Matisse and Errol Spence is two different type of punchers. Matisse don't have physical strength. He's just a natural puncher. What's up, Brick City, Jersey, Matt Valentine? He's a natural puncher. Errol Spence is a thudder, bruising type of fighter. You know, and I just think, you know, his body work is going to be the difference. Because Danny got a good chin. But, you know, he got better. But we already argued about that Parker. So me and Mr. Boxer, they already, I didn't see fucking Parker doing anything in that fight but whack aggression. But Huey Fury was on the back foot, and that's not a good look for a heavyweight. Just fighting on the back foot the whole fight. So I can't agree with him on that. That's not a good look. But yeah, it'll be a good fight. But we going on to Jose Ramirez. You fight? Oh, let me know if you got some footage. You know, hit me up, man. I'll follow your channel, man. Just comment in one of the other videos and then come to my phone. And the live video don't come. Yeah, Jose Ramirez left Freddie Roach today. I did a video on that. Yeah, he gone. I don't know how long ago Ellie Sekback did the interview. It had to be earlier this week or last week, but Jose Ramirez just changed trainers. All of a sudden, he got a fight coming up in Fresno versus Danny O'Connor. He's a nobody. He got stopped by Gabriel Burkott or something like that. I think the Puerto Rican guy with 5 knockouts. He knocked him out in the first round. And then before that, he beat him by decision. So, you know, Danny O'Connor ain't shit special. It's a showcase fight. And what happened with the Regis Progress situation, if you don't know what happened with Regis and Jose Ramirez, I'm going to let you know what went on with that. Regis Progress copped out. His team bent over. He gave his title shot back to Jose Ramirez in exchange for a TV date on ESPN in July on a preliminary free bout with Manny Pacquiao and Lucas Matisse. So they fighting in Malaysia. He fighting in New Orleans. They gave him a hometown fight on ESPN. Lou DiBella traded his world championship shot for ESPN title fight at home for Regis Progress. So Regis Progress gonna be fighting in New Orleans. He gonna fight an Argentine guy who I think fought yesterday. So if he won, he gonna fight him. If not, Regis gonna fight somebody else. According to my pugilism Detroit brother, if he's still on here, he said he asked Regis Progress on Twitter. He asked him, you know, if you enter a tournament. He said, yeah. He said it was too much money to turn down. That's why he entered the tournament. I'm gonna get to these questions and I'm gonna go back to Fat Apples with my little contraption, you know, ain't working to touch the screen. So, what do you think of the theory of Canelo and his team have done this on purpose, not to fight Triple G again? This was actually supposed to be the title. I mean, that's a good fucking question. Most people think they ducked this WBC shit because they don't want to fight Jamal Charlo. So the winner, the WBC has ordered the winner of Charlo, the winner of Triple G Canelo 2 already. It said when the rematch, it has to happen. The winner has to fight Charlo next or give up the belt. So Canelo can't give up the WBC again. He can't continue to give up belts. So some people, I'm not saying this is my theory, but this is what I've been seeing. Some people think that he legitimately didn't take this piss test, the 365 VADA piss test, to avoid, fighting Jamal Charlo, who was the mandatory. We know that he was Golden Boy promised Jamal Charlo a Canelo fight, and when they kept making false promises. This is out his mouth. When they kept making false promises, he said that he wrote his own release from Golden Boy. It wasn't Al Heyman that made him release from Golden Boy after Oscar and the Coke and the fishnets. What do you think of Timofey Lopez? Timofey Lopez, I did a prospect video. Leon Hart. I did a prospect video. Timofey Lopez was my 4th top blue chip prospect. My first was Lil B Hop Colbert, Christopher B Hop. I'm telling you guys, he's the best prospect in boxing, dog. Bar none. Bar none. He probably would have won a gold medal if he would have entered the Olympics. I went 2 was Devin Haney. 3, I think I gave it to Ryan Garcia, but I think I want to change that. I think Timofey Lopez is way better than him. I think Richard Hitchens is better than Ryan Garcia. So that's just my opinion. Velasco. Yo, I need to know how the fuck did the WC order rematch with Broner and Vargas. I don't know. I did a video. I still haven't got answers because of that. Fat Apples, never mind. I read it wrong. I don't agree with the theory. Some people in the know, Jose thinks it's true. My G, what's going on? Yeah, but Charlo hasn't earned it. If at the end of the day, y'all keep saying that Charlo hasn't earned nothing. What do you mean? He's already a world champion, bro. Him and Triple G got the same amount of weight world championship. He won a world championship at 154. Triple G only won a world championship at 160, and he 36 years old. So you keep telling me that Charlo ain't fought nobody, and in particular, this is Fat Apples, and this is my homie, and it's 1,000 people that he hasn't fought anybody. If he hasn't fought anybody, and he's a mandatory to Triple G, don't you want to see him get his ass whooped or see how well he gonna do versus Triple G? Seriously, how can I fight somebody if I'm getting deprived of an opportunity? Honestly, how can I fight somebody and I'm getting, y'all say Danny Jacobs don't want the smoke, bro. Only reason why Danny Jacobs want to fight him right now is because he knows Charlo's in a position to the WBC falling in his lap. Because Triple G don't want to fight him. Abel Sanchez said we don't want to fight him unless they're going to force us to fight him. And at this point, if Triple G doesn't want to be undisputed, which he don't want to be undisputed, I'm not going to go through the Billy Joe Saunders saga again, then he might as well just drop all his belts and just defend the Super WBA Championship, because the Super WBA Championship doesn't have a mandatory, and he wants to fight Ryan Murata anyway. He's a regular WBA Championship. I've chosen where I live in Newark. A lot of y'all live in Jersey. That's what's up. Canelo's not gonna dodge $40 million payday not to fight. It's not at this point. It's not even Canelo's choice now. You know, obviously it's Triple G choice. Triple G, when he go to those negotiations with Canelo, the hanging point gonna be the drug test, but that's not gonna be the breaking point. The breaking point is Triple G want a larger piece of the pie. He want a larger piece of the pie. That's what it is with him. He want to be compensated for Triple G, for Canelo failing the drug test and taking the payday out his mouth on May 5th. So that's what it is. It's not even Canelo's choice to fight no more. Technically, Triple G is in the driver's seat in these negotiations. Fat Apple Jamal has earned it, but it's definitely ain't no reason why Canelo juice. Yeah, a lot of people say that's the reason, because he don't want to fight. He don't want the WBC. Because remember, last fight, he didn't fight for the WBC. That wasn't the title that was on the line. You know, I'll explain. I'll get to you punchline fuses in a minute. You know, he didn't fight for the. So maybe he just don't care about the WBC. Maybe he just thought they was fight Garcia over Shakur. Yeah, Shakur been looking horrible though, man. I think he is gonna come around for Shakur Stevenson. He gonna size up. He gonna start punching harder. But yeah, Shakur probably. I think Shakur beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia. It's just that Shakur hadn't been looking good at the time. That's all. What's on Keon Golden? Life is golden. No, Jose, I agree to disagree. To me, Charlo hasn't fought a top 20 middleweight. Who has fought? I mean, a top 20 middleweight. Who's a top 20 middleweight? Please tell me, because I mean, Billy Joe Saunders fought Andy Lee. That's his best win. Andy Lee is your best win. So, I mean, who did he fight? Chris Eubanks Jr. He's never been considered a real top threat at middleweight, only by fanboys. Those are Chris Eubanks Jr. best. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders' best wins, and Spike O'Sullivan. I think he beat him. Who cares? Spike O'Sullivan quit before against Chris Eubanks Jr. Okay, and then the top 20 middleweights that Triple G beat. Come on, Proska, Rosado, Adamo wasn't a top 20 middleweight. Ashita wasn't a top 20 middleweight. Proska, Rosado, they wasn't top middleweights. And he was 32, 33 years old. You know? And this is not good right now. I'm going to tell you what's going on. That's why I hate coming outside of my house. Okay, this car that's behind me, to get off topic, my daughter was up yesterday, and they got to arguing. And the dude, you know, his girlfriend, they pulling off now, and they in the car together. His girlfriend took his hand. She was shutting the doors and made a mistake and shut the nigga hand in the door. And the nigga blew her shit out, knocked this bitch shit back. So she ran up the street crying to the dope house and shit. I don't know why she was banging at the dope house, like them niggas was gonna help her. And he done drive their ass back in the car. I guess they good. Now he must have ate the cooter or some shit or bought the bitch a Pandora bracelet. So I said, you done knocked the bitch out on Mother's Day weekend. You out cold, bro. Because I think the lady across the street, she asked me to do some work for her, like take her license plate off and fix some shit. She older, so she might be sick and got dementia or something like that. I'm scared to go over there because her whole family look ghetto as hell. So I hope she cool. But yeah, man. Who was he fought? Prosper Rosado. Curtis Stevenson wasn't the top 20 middleweight at the time. Let me tell you that. They paid for him to be ranked into the top 15 of the WBA. He had just came off a layoff after getting beat down by Jesse Brinkley and Andre Durrell at 168. He came back down to 160. He beat Derek Finley on NBC Sports. That was probably the last card that main events had on NBC. You know, that was on regular NBC. He beat Derek Finley, and beating Derek Finley, no offense, and that's my guy. I seen him fight live before. That don't get you a top 15 ranking. So he wasn't ranked. Willie Monroe just won a 154-pound boxing tournament, so he wasn't really ranked at 160. Mark Murray, that was a solid guy. Matthew Macklin was way done past his prime. Daniel Gill was a top 15 guy, but he was sorry as shit. And then it was the Kell Brook and the Jacobs and the Canelo saga. But at the end of the day, he ain't fight nobody. Andrade, he ain't fought nobody. Alantez Fox, he inside the top 15. But I think Hugo Centennial Jr. better than Alantez Fox. You know, and probably some Jorge Sebastian Highland better than him. So then you go to Canelo Alvarez. He only fought one technical fight at 160, and that was Triple G. So when you say somebody ain't fought a top 15 middleweight, I mean, in the top 20 middleweight, ain't none of the middleweights fire. I mean, like I told you, I take Trout and Julian J. Rock wins over any wins that Peter Quillen got. I mean, that Danny Jacobs got. And I stand by that. Because Peter Quillen was done. What does any of the dudes Triple G fought earn a fight, really? Exactly. You know, Mr. Harris? Exactly. Ain't none of them done shit. So that's not an excuse to say, oh, Charlo hasn't done nothing. What did Danny Jacobs do? He beat Peter Quillen. Peter Quillen was practically retired at the time. 150 is no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. 154, 160 just got hot, and they got hot because Andrade Charlo moved up. You know? Andrade and Charlo moved up. Danny Jacobs had never done shit. You know? Even when Sergio Martinez was there. He beat Kelly Pavlik. After that, he couldn't find a fight until Chavez Jr. 160 just got hot. Triple G, okay, you clean out a division of what? Bums. Matt Korybov and Andy Lee actually fought for the WBO title before Billy Joe Saunders got that title. So 160 been weak as fuck. It's just not heated up because of the infusion of talent from 154. Look at it. You got Triple G, Canelo. Canelo just moved up, technically. Andrade just moved up. Charlo just moved up. Danny Jacobs been there for a while, but at the end of the day, what has he done? At 154, his best win is Peter Quillen in a moral victory over Triple G, which I do think he won, but that's no here nor there. 160 is hot because of 154 guys moved up, and that's factual. I disagree. 154 is popping. He's talking about before that. 154 is popping out at Jerry Swift Hurd. Charlo is still there. But in terms of overall substance, it's not what it was. Because at one point, I mean, it had Lara, Hurd, Charlo, Andrade. It was popping back then. Tony Harrison was still undefeated. Shout out to Tony Harrison, my Detroit brother who won last night over Ishe Skullhead Smith. And I got respect for Ishe Smith. Fat out, but he has fought whomever they put in front of him to earn a title shot. There we go. But Charlo didn't. He was a last minute call up. No, that's corruption. Corruption. How is that corruption? Corruption is Canelo Alvarez fighting for his first world title at a catch weight of 52, 53 pounds with Matthew Hatton. That's corruption. Corruption is them sanctioning Josito Lopez coming up for 147 because he broke Victor Ortiz's jaw to fight Canelo Alvarez when he just moved up for 140. So virtually they sanctioned a fighter versus junior welterweight to come up 14 pounds to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's corruption. Y'all quick to say, oh, this guy ain't earned this or this guy ain't earned that. What is Canelo ain't earned shit? Everything was given to him. Triple G given to him. Who did Triple G beat for his first title? It was an interim title turned regular super title. He won the interim title in Germany and they turned it to the super title, bro. WBC, he fought Marco Antonio Rubio for the interim title. Canelo handed the real title over to him. Didn't have to throw one blow for it. So even if y'all use the narrative of, well, Triple G handed Charlo the belt, he didn't really win it. but Triple G didn't really win the belt. Canelo handed it to him. He won the interim title versus Marco Antonio Rubio. Come on. Then if you want to go deeper, he won the IBF versus David Lemieux. Marco Antonio Rubio stopped David Lemieux. You feel me? So at the end of the day, dog, you really can't fuck with me, dog. Especially weight classes that I know, that I ain't seen articulate over the years. You can't fuck with me on that, dog. You can say it's corruption all you want. The Mexican sanctioning belt body is corrupt by supporting a black fighter. Come on. That's fear talk, homie. Deep down, they know Charlo have what it takes to beat them. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I don't even see it as a major blowout, dog. I think Triple G can beat him. I don't think Canelo can beat him, but that's a whole nother. But I think, it's a good fight. It's a fight the fans want to say. See, who can you see Canelo fighting if Triple G don't? Gary Michael Sullivan, who he gonna fight? He had a handshake agreement with Gary Michael Sullivan. Win, lose, or draw May 5th with left him before the failed drug test. He's fighting Gary Michael Sullivan. He's gonna come back in December. So that's the question. Who did he fight in December? I don't know. They'll find some bump. They might even get Eubanks Jr. to come back down. Fat Apple Charlo, a last minute call up too. Agree, Jose. We've had this conversation before each other. Yeah, you're right, we have, but I'm gonna let you know that you're wrong. Andy Lee, come on, man. Yeah, yes, they were top 20 at the time, but at the end of the day, middleweight was weak, bro. You can't tell me that Andy Lee, Chris Eubanks Jr., Spike O'Sullivan beat Jamal Charlo right now, or at the time. Jamal Charlo sparked all of them out, way better than all of them. Chris Eubanks Jr. ducked Danny Jacobs. He had a mandatory shot with Danny Jacobs. He ducked it. Yeah, Triple G resume ain't shit. David Lemieux, I just explained David Lemieux, so I'm pretty sure you heard me on that. And then he's ducking Sergey Shevchenko. For what? This dude got 12 fights, and it's a mandatory. So he's suing. He going through legal litigation, or he getting prepared to go to court with the IBF to avoid the Sergey Shevchenko mandatory. That got to happen by August 3rd. So people saying Charlo hadn't earned the fight, but who would be a better fight, Triple G right now? Nobody. Only because Canelo is a known commodity, and that's it. Yeah, only in Detroit. Stay next door to Ike. Yeah. They don't stay there. I guess they checking on their moms and shit, man. I think she got into a car accident and she had a BMW truck. And I just know it got smashed up, so maybe she might not be the same mentally, or you never know what happened. I know Murata is next for Triple G anyway. Yeah, you've been saying that. I believe that too. Because both Triple G and Canelo is fighting 2 more times this year. So, yeah, I don't give a shit. TBC went to the car and just to chop it up with us boxing. Yeah, I ain't had no privacy at the crib. My girl, she upstairs asleep. She lost her cousin like last week. And then a guy from her job, he ended up passing. They went to her wake and they coworkers went to the wake. So she ain't feeling good. And my daughter just don't have no friends. I told her to go let her friend come over on the corner and shit. I would have took them to see the Infinity Avengers and shit. But she babysitting right now, and I ain't got a car seat for the baby, so we stuck at the crib. And CJ beat Rosado already. Yeah. No, the Jamel Charlo beat Rosado. That's the other Charlo that beat Rosado, but it don't matter. It's like the same ass one. I can't walk into a title shot by beating Heyman handpick. I mean, like I said though, this nigga is nasty. But like I said though, Canelo Alvarez's first world title shot was at a catchweight versus Matthew Hatton. So that's worse than him beating Highland, Jorge Sebastian Highland was Triple G mandatory or the WBC title mandatory for 2 or 3 years. So he was the mandatory for 2 or 3 years. Okay. Triple G, the WBC and the WBA titles were interim titles that he won. They wasn't regular titles. He didn't have to go blood, sweat, and tears versus the top champion to win those titles. They were interim titles. You go to IBF, David Lemieux, we see him get knocked out twice before. So him winning his world titles, I mean, where's the groundbreaking thing? Where's the Mayweather that beat Gennaro Hernandez? Where's the even the Danny Garcia that beat Eric Morales that was old? Where's that at? You want to talk down? Where's the Errol Spence beating Kell Brook? Where's the true mantle being passed to some from one fighter to the other fighter on Triple G resume? It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. However you want to say it, it's not there. He did not earn none of those title shots. It wasn't no like blood, sweat, tears. Oh, thank you. Adrian, we did it. We did it. He didn't have that. He didn't have it. So, of course, Jake fight Jacobs. So when he beats Jacobs, he has to earn it. You talking about Charlo? Charlo wanted to fight Jacobs before this. Jacobs only was interested in the fight. Now is because Charlo is in line to fight Triple G before he is. He's a WBA mandatory. They made him, but like Jamal Charlo is like nigga, like he's a high priority to get that shot for Triple G, and Jacobs know that. Yeah, Canelo and Jacobs, man. Canelo is big. Jacobs is big, man. But I think that might be Canelo's best bet because Jacobs looking like he on a decline right now. Maybe he weight drained, or maybe the Triple G fight punished him. He fought Mayweather too. Who are you talking about? Canelo? Yeah, I mean, shit. He fought Mayweather. I mean, what you want to give him a cookie for that? He outweighed Mayweather probably like 15 pounds that fight. He still got his ass whooped. We not giving nobody credit for getting their ass whooped now. When we talk about resume, most people talk about did you win or did you lose? Wins. Harrison and Lubin or J-Rock. Lubin need about the rest of the year and half of next year. He need about 4 more fights before he even talk about being on the same level as them. Do you think Canelo will want to fight over? Hold on. Do you think Canelo will want over 60-pound catch weight? Nah. It'll be a straight 160-pounder. I think Canelo, he had surgery, but I think he's still been working, so he should be in good shape with them steroids in his ass. What up, Tay? Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson gonna be the quarterback. Joe Flacco Joe Flacco don't even earn any more guaranteed money after this year, so they grooming Lamar Jackson to take over. Jacobs had his shot. I don't think he deserves a shot. It was close enough to get a rematch. I do think it was close enough to get a rematch. I think he deserves a shot at Triple G or Jacobs. Or Charlo, but or Saunders, but at the end of the day, he had opportunities to fight Saunders and Jacobs. To fight Charlo. He had an opportunity, but he didn't capitalize on it. He wanted to listen to Eddie Hearn, and he wanted to do 7,000 or 7,500 in stadium at capacity at Barclays Center. And I found out Errol Spence did 12,700. 12,700 people in the Brooklyn Barclays Center versus Lamont Peterson. Danny Jacobs only did 7,000, 7,500. So how does a motherfucker from Texas come up to the Barclays Center and do those big numbers? Honestly. And Danny Jacobs and Jarrell Miller, Brooklyn natives, can't even sell 10,000 tickets. I'm trying to tell y'all that Eddie Hearn shit, he ain't shit. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. Who has Billy Joe Saunders fought even to get the belt? He fought Andy Lee, sorry ass. Jacobs deserves his rematch. He's arguably I agree with that, man. I think Jacobs should get his rematch. It was a close fight. I was there for that fight. I thought Jacobs won. We was arguing about that shit on the plane. Some motherfuckers I didn't even know. All these fighters and fans are afraid of Jamal. They better respect. Yeah, because there ain't no clear blueprint on how to beat Jamal Charlo. He's the unknown. What up, Wood Be More TV? Yeah, they're gonna subscribe to Wood Be More TV. The LDBC hunter. My homie Wood, you gotta understand, man. Them LDC boys they don't like Eddie Hearns, man, and they did their research on Eddie Hearn, man. So, they not just hating on him for no reason. Eddie Hearns is full of shit, man. But like I said, anything for the betterment of boxing. If Eddie Hearn can make that shit jump, and it's got good boxing and good content on there, I pay $20 to be honest, or whatever they asking. I pay it. If it's good boxing and I'm getting better boxing when I'm getting on whatever I'm getting on, and they got better benefits, they got the NFL Sunday ticket and they got the license with NBA League Pass or something like that, I definitely give it a try. I'm not opposed to it. I seen Dream Track for Boxing, DCB, taking some heat from Ticket TV, because he the LDBC and he was intrigued by it. I'm definitely intrigued by it. But I just don't see him having the resources over here to do what he say he want to do. But that's just another conversation for another day. Yes, but those fighters are replacing Eubanks, who left the division, and Lee, who retired. Good that Lee retired. He was fucking diminishing Emmanuel Stewart name in a great city of Detroit name as being a sorry motherfucking boxer. You know, he never did what he was supposed. He didn't reach that. He didn't reach his prophecy that Emmanuel Stewart had for him. What was the old kid from Texas that whooped that ass? That whooped Andy Lee ass? I ain't heard from him since. Brian Vera or some shit like that. But Andy Lee, you know, he ain't never live up. Danny Jacobs got his shot. It's Charlo turn. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, Charlo can come up short too. Let's not act like this a walk in the park. For Triple G ain't no walk in the park for nobody. Triple G a bad boy. You know, he a bad boy, but he getting old, man. And what's so fucked up about it is, it's the same thing that happened to Sergio Martinez. Hit the like button if you ain't hit the like button. I appreciate it though. It's just if you haven't shared though, because I didn't get a chance to share it because I had to take the dog out. And I'm out here, so I can't share it from my phone. But same thing happened to Sergio Martinez. He was whooping on all them bums ass after he beat Kelly Pavlik. He was forced to move up, you know, beat these motherfuckers ass, and he got to Chavez Jr. And then that fat fuck made him lose his prime, you know. And then after he got injured and Mark Murray really beat him in Argentina, everybody else started calling him out. So, you know, same thing happened for Triple G. Now they seen that Kell Brook laid the blueprint. Danny Jacobs did a little bit better. Canelo probably a little bit underperformed Danny Jacobs, but I thought they both won. Now he looking vulnerable. Of course, guys gonna want to fight you when it's away. 154 top heavy, yeah. 147 top heavy. You know, Alexander. Hey, let's keep it real. 147 top heavy. It ain't really got no depth. No, 175 got depth. It's top heavy and it got depth. You got Bivol, Kovalev, Stevenson, Badu Jack, Alexander Gufik, who I always butcher his name. You got Eldier Alvarez. You got Anthony Yard, Callum Johnson, Marcus Brown. 175 is top heavy, and it's about to get loud. It's about to get loud. I'm about to dip back in the crib. The baby mama. The baby mama. That sounds stupid, but the child's, we babysitting her, his mom, and share with this loud ass truck. So she probably about to pull up and say something. So I don't know who this is. Oh, that's her. But yeah, give me a minute. Your son a crybaby, man. Oh, he busted his nose too. We cleaned it up. He was trying to chase after me. He hit it on the little corner, but it's clean. It ain't no mark. It was busted in the middle. I cleaned it up. He knew you was coming. But yeah, about to take it back to the crib. Yeah, you pissed in your bowl, nigga. You was nasty ass nigga, bro. Y'all owner getting that. Come on. Come on. He gonna say goodbye. But yeah, we going back to the lab, to the man cave, man. Man, shit crazy, man. I'm still trying to build it. The kids took over, but shit, I got a little hat collection. That's like half of them. Stereo bar that got milked by everybody. That I refuse to refill. I was watching Linares and DeMarco. It didn't went off. No, I had to come back here. It didn't went off, but I always still if I'm doing a video, or if I'm sitting around, I ain't really got nothing to do, which they ain't pretty much often. I be just watching fights, man. You know, I love watching fights. You know, going back and watching old fights and shit like that, but yeah, let's keep the question. I respect opinions, even fat ass what you supposed to do. You know, you might see something different from me, and you probably gonna be more right than me most of the time. So, that 54 comment was 5 minutes ago. You right though. Jake, yeah, I'm behind. Jacobs beat Charlo. Don't be shocked if Jacobs beat Charlo. Jacobs is top shelf world class. I don't consider Jacobs world class. I mean top shelf. I don't consider him elite, but he could. I'm not saying like it's a total blowout. We love Charlo and Jacobs, but Charlo's an A side and would not benefit from Charlo prior to Triple G. Exactly. Jamel would beat the shit out of Jacobs. I'm just saying that's one of the most intriguing American fights. You know what? I mean, I would pay money, and I probably would go to this if they did Wilder and Miller. If the Joshua thing didn't happen, and they did Jacobs and Charlo on the same card. That should be amazing. Who are the fans telling who earned a fight? That's wrong with boxing fighters. Excuse, true. If they earn a fight by the WC mandatory, I'm good. Jose, you drunk off the Charlo juice. I'm just saying. I mean, you could say he drunk up the Charlo juice, but you got to remember, Marxist. Hoping I said your name right. You got to remember that Jacobs just had one of the shittiest performances of all time, and and um and not just that though. He got dropped by Sergio Mora before. He got knocked out already by Purog. So it happens. It happens. Edwin Valero, who basically mass murdered his family, is on versus Antonio DeMarco. That was a good ass fight. Very good fight, but that is what it is. Triple G hitting the deck versus Charlo. Yeah, that happened. I think they both get the deck. Who the F wants to see that on He Earned It? Triple G has no head movement. He has a good jab and a great chin. Yep. But he good at controlling the distance too, though. You gotta notice that Triple G might not move his head, but he like Errol Spence. Their best defense is with their feet and their leg positioning. So they both got similarities. We're talking about the bottom, the leg part, and the feet work. People just say Triple G resume shit, but the facts are that he has the best resume in the division. Name one fight. Yeah, you got the resume in the division, but that's not saying nothing though. That's not saying much at all. His resume is full of like trash, and because the division was trash, you know. And if your division is trash, you've been there for so long. Guess what? You moving up to try to make some shit happen. You're not avoiding the Andre Ward. You're not avoiding the Frachas. You're not avoiding those type of the Gales, the Badu Jacks. You want to go and get those fighters, man. You know, if it ain't nothing happening in your division, you move up. We seen it with Mayweather did it. We seen it with Sergio Martinez did it. We seen it with Danny Garcia, with Terrence Crawford. You seen what potential all-time greats and all-time greats do that. If it ain't nothing going on in the division, you move up and go get it, the division. You know, and at least you unify the division to become undisputed champion. He don't even want to do that no more. Do you think Joshua might be using Pez and is being tested in the UK? Because I hear he's already training. I mean, he already training because he know Wilder's a tough test. He was watching film of Wilder the other day, or yesterday. I can't say he's using Pez or not. I don't want to put that out there because I don't have no proof if he is or not. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt, like I gave Canelo the benefit of the doubt. So Canelo is cornerstone of boxing, corruption, and every no, Canelo is not the cornerstone. I love that he's the current cornerstone, but Oscar De La Hoya in Golden Boy is definitely a corruption king. Canelo can be the cornerstone, so I agree with that. You're right, Fat Apples. On YouTube, there's a video of someone in the ring telling Abel Sanchez he's going. Yeah, that was Eric Gomez. I had that video. Let me tell you about that video. That Fat Apple. I'm gonna read this whole comment. I'm gonna tell you about that video. Like it if you haven't already liked the video. On YouTube, this is Fat Apples. This is my homie right here, man. On YouTube, there's a video of someone in the ring telling Abel Sanchez that it's going to be a draw, which that someone was Eric Gomez, with Triple G listening before the scorecards were announced in the ring. I had that video. Like, I screenshot the video. I put it up on Facebook. Within 30 minutes to an hour, Golden Boy took it down. That's a real life story right there. Like, if you don't follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, especially Facebook, I put videos up on Facebook of what's going on in boxing. Maybe Tank and Broner with the chopper, or Tank and Broner dancing with OT Genesis, or it's videos of Eddie Sackback interviewing Adrian Broner twin on his birthday. Regis Pro. I got a lot of good interviews. I got an interview that's put up by Fight Hype that Sam Watson is telling how him and Al Hammond got into boxing. He got a lot of good interviews on there. You can check my video archives on Facebook, but that's where I do it at. I've heard AJ has tested a lot, but they're all on Pez in my opinion. I like controversy. Yeah, UKD do that over there. They all on steroids, bro. Triple G cannot them. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say they is and ain't. Even JJ Watt, I wouldn't even say he is. Because if JJ Watt was on steroids, he went continuously. After that injury, he probably would have been bounced back. Everybody not on steroids. I don't think so. You can say PDs because certain things you can buy at GNC can be considered a PD. What's that shit, man? I used to take that shit. The shit that you use, man. I used to work out heavy. It's been a minute. But the shit that you use that is an amino and it's a hydrated part, aminohydrate, and it's a regular version. A creatine, that's considered a banned substance, and some things that come in some of the whey proteins or the proteins that's in there are banned substances as well. You gotta when you got that list, and some of the shit that they put on the banned substance list is petty, man. It's very very petty. That some of the stuff they getting over with it. it really don't give you that big of a advantage like people think they do, man. Like I said, I used to be real versed in that type of stuff. What's up, boxing? I might start doing boxing videos, man. I don't know. Yeah, try it. It can't hurt. Triple G Day is our number. Yeah, he know that. How do I share it on my channel, bro? You can't share it on your channel. You can share it to like social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you do. I guess you on steroids too. Shit, everybody is. You know, if you work out and you take some of that protein, some of that nitrogen oxide, NO2, creatine, testosterone booster, which I don't do that shit. I ain't 50, but a lot of that shit, man. Fat burners are on the PED list. Um, Anything that's a diuretic is on the PED list. Dandelion root tea is probably on there. It's some of the most crybaby shit in the world. I would just have to show you, like, literally, legitimately do a movie. I got Loma losing. You got, hell no, Loma about to beat the dog walk shit out of Jorge Linares. You know how many times Jorge Linares been stopped? And I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Let me go through these questions, and I'm gonna get to the Glee question in a minute. What's so funny, Glee? I got a homeboy that's from Vancouver, Canada. His name is Glee. He's an Asian guy. Played on Xbox. If anybody got modern warfare, whatever this World War II Call of Duty, let me know, dog. I need somebody to play with on that bitch, dog. Play PlayStation 4, PS4, World War II Call of Duty. I don't have nobody to play with. How do you think Loma will lose? He won't lose. Even if he lose, they gonna make sure he don't lose. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna go back and talk about the fights tonight. Charlo smashes Danny up for round 7. Danny needs to stay away from Charlo. Yep. Who do you consider elite at 160? Canelo Triple G. Yeah. Canelo Triple G. Matt Valentine's the elites at 160. I definitely agree with that. It's just by their reputation. It's their reputation to make them elite. So, my shit updating this shit. What up, Quiet Marley? What's going on, homie? Lee, how much alcohol have you been drinking? Ain't no way in the world Danny Garcia is going to fight Sean Porter and Earl. Yeah, I agree with that, TJ Wilkins. He might not fight him back to back, but he might. Because remember, TJ Wilkins, he ain't been like consistently fighting top guys, so they might just make him do it. They might get interim title bouts, or Keith Thurman might pop back on the scene. You never know. So I can see that why that not happen. Why you believe that is. Andrade beats Charlo and Golovkin. I mean, crack is a hell of a drug, bro. Just to get him in the same room with them is tough. Linares should rehydrate to a good 150 and bully Loma. The problem with that is Linares isn't a bully type of fighter. Linares is, I'm going to use him. This is not the great comparison, but he's like Kovalev. Him and Kovalev like to have you at the end of their punches. They're not really aggressive fighters. They just like to snap, keep at the end of their punches, and that's them. They're not going no pressure fighter like Canelo. Canelo, most people thought versus Floyd that he was about to come in here and just, walk through Floyd and be all dirty and dangerous like Madonna was. That's not his game. Linares, it'll serve him to come in what he usually comes in and rehydrate at a fight night. That's not going to help him. Okay, I'm going to speed through some of these comments. Yeah, because I'm way behind. Gary Russell Jr., elite in your opinion? He elite skills, but I can't really put nothing on Gary Russell, DX Factor 87 because, like he said, every champion in the division ducked him. They full of ducks at 126. Peace and blackness. What up, Shaka Pier? Happy to see you, bro. What up, Sean Tor? Basically, tell me what y'all and this bum Lomachenko. I'm gonna get to Lomachenko in a minute. Native, black faculty. Shout out to the LDBC family. Excellent content. Appreciate it, bro. Karma Sutra got Thurman. Oh yeah, hey, look. If y'all don't know what happened with Keith Thurman, bro, I got a video. You can put Keith Thurman married in the boxing clinic. Keith Thurman married or something like that, and they come up and explain the whole marriage thing. I did it about a year ago. They explained it. I swear to God, I've been talking for 10 minutes, bro. And Edwin Valero and DeMarco still is doing introductions, bro. What copy did I get? But yeah, we're gonna end off talking about the fights tonight. Lomachenko, Sean, I want to know what's so special about Lomachenko. Lomachenko's special, dog. I knew he was special after he lost to Orlando Salido. That's just my opinion right there. I'm gonna Bud and Spence. I gotta see Bud Crawford fight at 147 first, so I can give you a definitive answer on that. But I seen with Lomachenko, I thought that he grew. I think he learned a lot versus Orlando Salido. I took a lot of heat for picking him over Gary Russell. Um, but Lomachenko's special, bro. And I'm not hating. I'm not in a love fest with the guy, but I believe he's a special talent. Some of the things he does with his offense is very versatile. Him and Alexander Usyk are very amateurish in his offense, but the difference is Lomachenko showed the ability to sit down and be aggressive versus Gary Russell, and he sat down and was aggressive with Orlando Salido toward the end, almost knocked Salido out. So he's shown that he got the power. He towered and had size advantages over guys at 126 and 130. I will say that. But now he's fighting a guy that's bigger than him. But remember, Linares moved up 3 weight classes as well, I believe. So he ain't naturally a 135 pounder, but he probably grown into it. But what's so special about Lomachenko is what I seen on film, the end of Salido fight, him sitting down on his punches. The difference is Alexander Usyk, he can't sit down and really make adjustments to his offense like Lomachenko did. Lomachenko, or he say, I'm fighting the best fighter I ever fought, and still ever fought to this day in Gary Russell. That's the best fighter he ever fought. Gary Russell's a better fighter than Linares. He's a better fighter than Walter. He's a better fighter than Rocky Martinez. He's a better fighter than Miguel Moraga, Jason Sosa. You can go on. Ricky Dial at this point, I think he'd be Ricky Dial at any point at 126. He's a better fighter. I think as a professional fighter, he's a great fighter. Lomachenko took him serious, bro. He was like, all right, I didn't take Lomachenko. I didn't take Orlando Salido serious. I learned from that loss. The next fight, he fights on Showtime for the WO title. Gary Russell had a good run and he had some good rounds, but Lomachenko beat his ass. And if you look at the tape, Lomachenko fought him differently than he fought any other fighter other than Orlando Salido. He fought him differently. Go look at that fight. Before you watch the fight tonight, look at that fight. He sat down. He didn't do all that moving and all this with Gary Russell. He planted that foot. He took his glove like this and took Gary Russell's hand and pushed it out the way and clocked his ass with it. Lomachenko has a mean streak. Lomachenko can generate power. Y'all call him feather fisted. He is. He only does it. He only really generate power unless it's a threat. He took Gary Russell as a serious threat. He respected Gary Russell. He fought Gary Russell different. He sat down. He dug to the body. He turned over punches. He generated power from the floor. He was hurting Gary Russell because he was hitting with Gary Russell with hard shots. And Gary Russell did, quote unquote, drop him with a body shot that wasn't called. But he was taking chances. He was aggressive. Shout out to Afrocan G. Appreciate it for super chat. He was aggressive in his attack with Gary Russell. And I look for him to be aggressive and be with Linares tonight. I think he's going to stop him in 10. I picked him. 10. Because I know what Gary Russell is. He throws every punch at the same speed. There's no off-speed punches. Linares, he throws every punch with the same speed. There's no off-speeding punches. He was just off speed. Like there's no like we gonna just throw this like that and then we're gonna just throw it real hard. It's with them it's like Super Saiyan punches all night with Linares and Russell, and that's what's gonna get Linares in trouble tonight. If Linares takes his hand speed and his power to the head all night, trust and believe me, he's getting stopped. If Linares is gonna win this fight, which I like what Teddy Atlas broke down, but I kind of disagree with it. To this point, this is more important. If Linares is gonna win this fight tonight, it's gonna be with the jab, changing paces to the jab. And if he don't change paces with the jab, it's gonna be working the jab up and down from the head to the belly button to the sternum. There's gonna be belly button, sternum, head, sternum, belly button. Hitting it with here with the jab, with here in the belly button, and then he's gonna exclusively have to take his speed to the body. If he throws hard and not gonna change paces, he's gonna have to go to the body the first 4 or 5 rounds, take the air out of Lomachenko, and then work upstairs. Then when Lomachenko's hands start to drop, then take his speed and his power upstairs. That's what it's gonna have to be. Because if he comes out and he headhunts all night with his speed and his speed and power being the same rhythm, Lomachenko, he might catch Lomachenko early, he might hurt him, he might drop him, but Lomachenko's gonna adjust to that speed. He gonna adjust to that punches coming the same way, in the same angles. No body shots coming. He gonna make them miss. And he gonna counter them. And once Lomachenko gets your rhythm down and gets your combination, and Linares throws in the same rhythmic combination, he gonna just pick them apart. He gonna be able to, slip and move and counter. And what's so funny about it is that Linares said, I heard Michelle Beadle Jalen Rose, and a lot of the ESPN guys are coming to the fight tonight. He asked them on his Twitter page, "What round do you want me to stop Linares in?" So that's crazy. So he's confident. He knows he's gonna be Lamar. Linares has been knocked out 3 times. He got knocked out by DeMarco. He got knocked out by Sergio Thompson, and then somebody way early in his career. Um, he went back. He went to Japan, where his great grandfather's from. His grandfather's from. Rebuilt his career. Then went to the UK, rebuilt his career, moved over there. He fought Corella, Luke Campbell, Kevin Mitchell. He fought a lot of UK guys. Kevin Mitchell did drop him. Um, so he's a talented fighter, but everybody get enamored to like, oh, he said he got hand speed. I didn't see his rebuttal. I didn't see what they said, what round they wanted to stop. He wanted to stop him, man. Um, but Linares is a fantastic fighter that passes the eye test. But when you talking about the dog test about boxing, he don't pass that test. He got bad scar tissue. Um, he don't have any versatility really. He on the inside, he can't find the inside. Either he's coming forward and fighting behind his speed and power, or is like you get nothing. You know, once that game plan go out the window for Linares, you get him moving back, or you get him on the inside, it's game over. So we're gonna see what he learned. But I didn't see him blow out Gesta. I didn't see him blow out Luke Campbell. He still competed. Um, I haven't. I mean, you know, he hasn't beat good competition. I'll just keep it real. But Saddam Ali and Jamie Maguire, I can't pronounce his name, Maguire, whatever that guy's name is. I'm picking a Jamie Maguire guy to beat Saddam Ali. And I love Saddam Ali. I think the Mexican kid who fought a lot on Tecate TV is the real deal. If he can take it on the jaw, which Saddam Ali is one of the best punchers in boxing, given his weight, he can really punch. But that guy has an unbelievable left hook and unbelievable right hand. Like the Jamie Maguire guy is an unbelievable fighter. He's big, he's strong. He has a great left hook to the body. He got a great pop up. Like he pops up and he pops up with his left hook to the head. He got a good right hand. You know, he moves his head. He's definitely probably on tap to kind of, you know, push with Canelo as the next Mexican star if he can beat Saddam Ali tonight. Could I see Saddam Ali beat him tonight? Fuck yeah, I could see Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali is one of the best punchers in boxing. Think about it this way. He was hurting Cotto. He knocked out Abregu. I'm pretty sure he hurt Jesse Vargas as well. But he hurts guys by moving. Imagine if he was able to sit down on his punches and generate power. How much bigger puncher that he really would be. He's hurting guys while moving. You know, if he sits down his power and learns how to just move enough and really believe in his reflexes and speed and power, he'll be he will be the favorite in this fight. And he'll probably be a top, you know, welterweight right now. You know, but that ain't the case. He moves a lot, and when he moves a lot, it takes away from his overall stamina. And you know, then he get touched on the chin, he tired, and people say he got a weak chin. It's not the case. He's moving so much that, you know, round 9, 10, 11, 12, he don't have no juice left in his legs. You know, and that's what it is, man. But the fights are on ESPN tonight. It started at 8 o'clock. Um, it's a guy that's supposed to be a welterweight, but this fucker's big. He's fighting at 150 tonight. From the Dominican Republic, all my Dominicans out there support the guy. I can't remember his name. He's supposed to be one of the next best welterweights coming up. Top Rank got two good welterweights. The one that fought on the Red Beltron and Paulus Moses card. He's from like the Ukraine as well. And then this guy from the Dominican Republic. So, and they got Jose Benavidez Jr. So 3 good top welterweights that what's the kid name? That Terrence Crawford probably gonna fight. So that's something to look at. The boxing is nothing special about a bum fighting the week. At the end of the day, bro, you gotta give him his credit, man. Nobody ever made Nicholas Walters quit, you know, even though you want to say what you want to say about it. He beat Gary Russell, you know. He beat Rocky Martinez. He did what he had to do. You know, you gotta admit that Lomachenko has some special qualities about him. He's awkward. Yeah, you know, yeah, he looks soft in the body in the way in, but who gonna go to the body though? Who gonna be smart enough to just exclusively go to the body? Once again, African G, thanks for the super chat, my brother. I thought the way more active, you know, I thought he was way more active than Russell. Yeah, and that was a surprise. Who's better pound for pound, Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz? Gary Russell don't fight, so Leo Santa Cruz just off activity. But if you're talking about the better fighter, it's Gary Russell. I think Gary Russell will beat the shit out of Leo Santa Cruz. Where's the fight tonight, bro? Tonight it's on ESPN, not ESPN Plus, regular ESPN. And then after that, you run over to HBO and Saddam Ali fight. Trust me, Ray Vargas' fight, then Saddam Ali fight, and that's a good card. Yeah, ESPN, Lenard's speed and angles the problem is though Lomachenko has incredible deep. Lenard's speed is gonna be a factor early on, but if he don't change the speed up, if at apples he gonna get ate up. He gotta stop throwing everything at the same speed, you know. But I mean, maybe he knows that. Hopefully, he do. Um, Too bad there isn't a heart metric. Sheer will overcome talent. Jacobs wasn't scared of Triple G. He will be champ. Yeah. I think he believed the hype. And then by the time that like Shaka Pierce said, by the time Jacobs found out he didn't have nothing to be scared of, it was too late. You know, man, there has to be like the worst name in boxing being named Saddam, nearly as bad as Aldoff. I would percentage if I was nice. Yeah, but Saddam, yeah. I think that's a very, very popular name in wherever he from. That's a popular name. I think it's a lot of Saddams over there. So, um, you know, Saddam Hussein. That was genocide they did. Saddam Hussein. They killed his whole family line, man. They went over there back when the U.S. first invaded Iraq, and they took all his gold out. His whole palace was made of gold. Saddam Hussein. So that's crazy. Lomachenko best asset is his footwork. Yup, his footwork. Yeah, his footwork is easily his best asset. But how you erase footwork? You erase it with pressure. You erase it by not giving him any room to use his footwork, similar to what Jeff Horn did to Pacquiao. You know, and also you could erase it like Floyd Mayweather did. You know, Floyd Mayweather erased footwork with footwork. You know, it's funny to sound. You know, he never let Pacquiao lead foot get outside his lead foot. You know, and he just he just knew what he wanted to do with him. What's going on? Anybody got any more questions, man? He fights like a black fighter, yeah. But he has his own twist to it. Lomachenko is a once in a lifetime type of footwork talent. Wilder, Ortiz, two at the MGM Grand will be big. Yeah, Ortiz. That's a good question. Ortiz said that he fight anybody for a rematch with Wilder. You know, then Dylan White popped up today, said Luis Ortiz old, he'll beat his ass. And then the Puev and Dylan White purse bid got put off, you know, for a while as well. I mean, the Dylan White and Puev purse bid got put off a minute, I think. So, yeah, you know, I like to see Ortiz fight Wilder or fight the winner of Wilder Joshua. You know, after fight Dylan White, they should put that on the same card. Gary Shaw. If y'all don't know what happened to Gary Shaw, Rock Nation absorbed Gary Shaw's roster. When Rock Nation became popular, he basically sold Gary Shaw Promotions to Jay-Z and Rock Nation. They absorbed Brian Jennings, and he had just lost Timothy Bradley to Top Rank about a year before that or something like that. So that somebody had asked me about that before, and I explained that. So that's what happened to Gary Shaw. He sold his promotional stake to Rock Nation. They absorbed the rest of the fighters he had, and basically he got out the boxing game. So give me your take on Timo a little bit. He's a hometown fighter. I know he's from the Bronx, man. I was just up there by the Bronx in Whitehead, New York, whatever it's called. It was not too far from the Bronx. My mom's from the Bronx. He's a good fighter. I haven't seen a lot of exclusive tape on him, but he's a little brash little fucker. His father's a little confident little motherfucker too. But they got skill behind him, man. You know, he said Rigondeaux wasn't shit. He sparred him. Said he didn't think Linares was shit. He didn't think Lomachenko was shit neither. He's a real good fighter. Real school. And he got the New York confident. New York got a lot of good amateurs. I mean, a lot of prospects coming up. May it be Timo Lopez, Lil Christopher B. Cobra, who I think is the best prospect in boxing. Richard Hitchens. And they got a lot of good just fighters coming from New York, from Brooklyn, from the Bronx. Teddy Atlas cops in boxing program has produced Richard Hitchens and Lil B. Cobra. It's a lot of New York is coming. Don't forget, look at Lee and I got you. I'm gonna look at that. Why on earth would anyone want to see Wilder if the guy lost and should get down the heavyweight? I mean, he was so impressive in the loss that people want to see him again. That fight was so good, people want to see it again. It's as simple as that. He beats Dylan White, you know, why not? You know, he's a tier 1 heavyweight. Would I like to see Ortiz and Povetkin? Yes. Would I like to see Ortiz and Joseph Parker? Yes. Ortiz and White? Yes. Those are the fights I want to see. And then the winner of those fights can get the rematch versus the Wilder and An AJ fight. I mean, I'll keep it real, but two European Triple G labor replacements sold more than Wilder Ortiz. No, it did not. No, it did not. No, it did not. The only reason they did more viewerships than Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder, like I've been explaining to you guys, is that HBO has a bigger subscriber list than Showtime. It's not comparable. You know, people gonna watch boxing on HBO more than any other platform, even ESPN. HBO numbers still are better than ESPN's. And in fact, Triple G and Vines Monterogi only sold 6,000 tickets at the StubHub Center. Wilder and Ortiz sold 13,000 tickets, I believe. It was almost a sellout, 14 to 15,000 tickets. That's a fact right there. If Joshua fight don't happen, do you see Wilder taking the rematch? No, he gonna make Ortiz earn it. Wilder's already been, dug up to fight Dominic Brazil. They made Eric Molina Dominic Brazil a mandatory. What's so funny about that is it was supposed to be Dominic Brazil's and Charles Martin, and then that would have produced the mandatory. But Charles Martin, I don't know what happened to him. New York fighters always been uh, unfocused. Yeah, they so fucking arrogant and cocky, dude. Like Lil B Hop Cobra. Have you guys seen the movie Counterpunch? The little nigga was just so cocky going to that sparring versus that professional fighter that was a world champion, and that professional fighter whooped his ass and gave him a reality check. You know, New York fighters are. If you've been in New York, you understand why. Shout out to Josh Hudson, appreciate it. If you go to New York, you understand the distractions, man. If I was from New York, I would move the fuck out of New York if I was a professional fighter or celebrity. It's just a place that I would visit every now and again. It's a lot of distractions going on in New York, and all them motherfuckers is cocky and they feel good. Yeah, a lot of people think Ortiz better than Joshua, but we'll see. You know, Klitschko looked impressive in those AJ lost, but I don't want to see AJ Klitschko again, even though Klitschko's calling him out. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see Klitschko and Wilder. Why not? If the Joshua thing don't happen, why not? But I think Klitschko has so much fascination with Wilder. He helped Wilder develop into the heavyweight he is today, because Wilder wasn't nowhere near what he is now. You know, a lot of time with Vladimir Klitschko, I think, was positive for him. You know, I think most of us would agree. Vladimir Klitschko helped groom Deontay Wilder. It's a relationship there, a strong relationship there. The reason Hearn wouldn't put Ortiz versus Joshua, yeah, Hearn had Ortiz on that throne. It was Cinco de Mayo. Those numbers were trash. Wilder did over 14,000 tickets. High viewership in UFC. HU on the same night. I forgot about all that. Don't want to see young pretenders fight the old twice. Yeah, I like to see Wilder fight Klitschko. You know, if the AJ fight don't happen, that makes sense. If you're not confident in New York, you are a fool. You ain't lying, bro. Even the answer for directions on that with New York, you better ask right. But you catch on. You catch on fast, man. When you go to New York, I've been a few times. Like I said, my mom's from the Bronx. When you go to New York, you gotta be confident, dog. How you walk, how you speak. You fooled out there, dog. You know, I just happen to be from Detroit, where you fool too. If you coming from a southern city or a slow city or a slow area, New York is gonna be a game changer for you because everybody moves like that. Her Easter and Garcia. Yeah, I did a video on Rob Easter and Mikey. It's agreed to. L.A. Staples Center, July 28th. David Benavidez on the undercard. Rather see White take the shot. He hungry. Yep. White gonna get his ass beat too. Brooklyn stand up. Brooklyn is the shit, bro. I went out to Brooklyn, man. And I met a guy that was from where I'm from and shit, or the area in Michigan. And he said Brooklyn is the shit, bro. He been out there for a few years. That shit's popped in my face. And I met a little girl out there. She do fighting and shit. We just sitting there talking fighting. He was an older chick. So Brooklyn is all good. Tyson Bowe, Camacho, Judah, New York fighters, all been on focus. Yep, that's good case. How is Hearn going to make the app work with fighters? We're making deal with Al Heyman. So basically, this is how I'm gonna end on this right quick. This is how. Can I get one more like? If you ain't liked it, go ahead and like it. This is how it can work. Eddie Hearn can get an agreement with Al Heyman to have some of his fighters fight on that app. That's exactly how it's gonna have to work. Appreciate that last like. That's how it's got to work. He'll have to ask Premier Boxing, do they want some Premier Boxing fight days on that app, and that's how it'll work. It's simple as that. He can just talk to Al Heyman and say, "Can I borrow your fighters to fight on my app?" And that's how it have to work. But we might go live for the ESPN HBO card. If not, I'm gonna do one more video, and probably matter of fact, I'll react to one of the fights. Maybe the Linares and Lomachenko fight. I might go live. If you don't see me live for the Linares and Lomachenko fight, look for the reaction fight, and I might be live on another channel. So if I'm live on another channel, I'll send y'all the information to come over and watch me. But right now I'm leaning on becoming going live. On here for Lomachenko and Naras, and then I might do it for Sanam Ali too. And I don't have HBO, so I have to find the link. Have you heard of the heavyweight Trey Lipton Morrison? No, I haven't heard of him. I have to check him out. I heard of Trevor Bryan, and I like what I see from Trevor Bryan. Shout out to Colossal Boxing Talk. So these two channels I want you to go follow. Colossal Boxing Talk, my homie. I used to do videos over there, so if y'all look familiar, a few years ago I did videos over there. So um, y'all go subscribe to his channel. He do some good content. And I want you to check out True School Sports. My boy Brandon Taylor, he a veteran in the game. He got a lot of interviews with Trevor Bryan, his clothing line. He got exclusive interviews with Big Baby Miller, Luis Ortiz. He do his thing over there. Um, get a rematch if you're trying to, but pretty much Lipids is Tommy Moore's son. Oh, 13 on 13. I'm gonna go check him out, Mike Boy. But I gotta get off because I use the bathroom. So I'm gonna be right back. Going live at the 8 o'clock. The ESPN card start.